Hi, parents. How are you? Good to see you on this Monday. And I hope you've had fabulous weekends, Thanksgiving, all of those holidays, and you're gearing up for even more holidays to come. This topic is very important every day, but also as we're moving into the holiday season because kids are home from school and they're around you a lot more. There are things that need to get done, and we want to be encouraging our children to help out, to be successful. Sometimes they may be left alone depending on their age, and you may be running out for an hour to the store. We want to set them up for success, not failure. And I decided to bring this up because I had a talk with one of my clients yesterday, and their child feels like the bad kid. And I've talked about this before, but when a child feels like the bad kid, often it's because everyone expects them to be bad. Sorry, I'm knocking into my camera. Everyone expects them to do badly, to be badly. So they live up to that expectation. And it matters a lot about what you're saying to them and how you say it. And are you setting them up to be bad? Or are you setting them up for success? Let me make sure. I know my Wi-Fi signal does not great. So let me see how this is streaming. I'm hoping it's streaming okay. It does seem to be streaming okay. Okay. So let me give you an example of a failure in communication. You're going out and you say to your child who tends to get in trouble a lot, don't do anything stupid. Make sure that you guys are being careful, being good, and, not doing anything that you're going to get in trouble for. So you're already setting them up to do something stupid. Like you're like, don't do anything stupid. So you're already sending them the message that you expect them to do something stupid. And, and talking to one of my clients, they were like, well, they do a lot of stupid stuff. But the idea is if they're always expected to screw up, guess what happens? They're going to screw up and live up to that expectation. So wouldn't it be better to say, hey guys, we're running out for about an hour. Thank you so much for playing nicely and helping each other out. We appreciate it. It's another thing parents will do. They'll like, their kids will be going and they'll be like, be good. Be good means I don't expect you to be good. You're not good all the time. So I'm going to remind you to be good. Do they need a reminder to be good? Yes, they're good kids. Kids are good. They make bad choices just like we all do. Not so good choices. They make poor decisions just like we all do. But overall, they're good. So do you have to say, hey, be good? They're already good. You are setting up the expectation and sending them an indirect message that says, oh, mom doesn't think I'm good. Dad doesn't think I'm good. They have to remind me to be good. Instead of have fun. I can't wait to hear all about it. That sets up the expectation that they're going to have a good time, and then we'll be talking about it when you get back. Positive expectations. Do versus don't. Don't spill your milk. Do hold your cup with both hands. That's not quite English, but it's replace the do with thank you. Thank you for holding your cup so carefully, as opposed to don't spill your milk. Don't forget to take out the trash, as opposed to, hey, thanks for taking out the trash when you get home. I really appreciate it. And then your child may say, I haven't even taken out the trash yet. And you can say, but you know what? I know you're going to, and I'm not going to be home. So I'm thanking you now for doing it. Doesn't that sound much better than don't forget to take out the trash when you get home? Like, why does mom or dad always have to remind me? Like I'm an idiot and I don't know. That's the message that sends. When you give instructions, so often we as parents give general instructions. Our general instructions are like, hey, can you clean up this mess? And the child's looking around, as you often do when something is very cluttered, and you're like, whoa, I don't even know where to start. So what happens? They do nothing. Just like, I don't know if you've ever opened a closet door and been like, whoo, man, do I need to clean out that closet? Boom, close it. I'll do it later. Instead, give simple instructions, especially if you have little ones. Honey, can you take those books and put them on the shelf? Can you take your cars and put them in the car bucket? Can you pick up these cards that are on the floor? Can you put your clothes in the hamper, please? All simple, direct instructions that do not overwhelm a child. Because once a child and an adult is overwhelmed, usually the next step is avoidance. Gosh, I really need to clean this mess up, but you know what? I don't even know where to begin, so forget it. Or you can come in and say, honey, let's clean up your desk a little. I'll help you. You start with this stack and I'll start over here and we'll put this away and this away. Look, your desk is all cleaned up. Don't do it for them, but certainly you can help and assist them. And that gets them involved and encouraged instead of yelling at them, go clean up your room. My gosh, I've been asking you to clean up this mess for a week. That's certainly not going to encourage cleaning up. Compliment their good behaviors and good choices and random acts of kindness. Let them know you noticed about that. I remind you of this a lot, but that's because it's an important thing that you need to be doing. So compliment them. When you speak calmly with a smile and use your manners. It always sounds better when you say, oh, honey, would you mind please picking up that piece of trash for me? I really appreciate it. And you know what? Chances are your kid's going to bend down and pick up the piece of trash. Instead of, God, can you pick that piece of trash up? No, and in addition, you're teaching them to bark orders, which is something that drives parents crazy. And yet, so many parents do it to their children. Remember that everything you do, you give them permission to do. If you're barking orders, they're barking orders. If you're yelling, they're yelling. If you're screaming, they're screaming. If you're smiling and using your manners, they're smiling and using their manners. If you're speaking calmly, they're speaking calmly. Remember, they're going to mimic all you do. So in order for them to mimic the good behavior, you need to role model the good behavior. You need to be the person they need to be. You want to encourage, not discourage. And I know some of you are probably thinking, oh, too much thinking, too much work. But the truth is, if you're always assuming your child's going to be bad, they're going to always feel like everything they do is wrong and they're the bad kid. They're going to go to school and get a reputation of being the bad kid because they never feel like anything they do is right. And I'm sorry, you can take the worst kid in the world and there is something in a day that child has done right. We love our kids. Let them know that. Let them know you love them. Tell them you love them, even after they've been not so great. Tell them you love them. Okay? So start doing these things. Remember the thank yous for advance of something instead of using a reminder, don't forget. Remember to give simple instructions instead of general instructions. Remember how you begin. Are you automatically beginning with a negative behavior? Don't screw this up. Okay, well, I guess my parents think I'm just a big screw up. They're already telling me not to do it. Think of how you would perceive some of the things you say. Put yourself in your child's shoes. Look at things in their perspective. Don't just assume they're going to do poorly and state it, because if you state it, that's the expectation and that's what they're going to do. Give them your gift of knowing that they can do better by setting them up for success. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions about this, because this is just so important that your communication with your child is successful communication, is communication that lifts them up, not tears them down, is communication that shows them that you have positive expectations for them. You are assuming they're going to do good and do right. You're not assuming they're going to screw it up. It makes all the difference in the world. Think back to your childhood. How did your parents view you? Did you feel like your parents always thought you were the bad kid? Did you feel like your parents always thought that everything you did was wrong? And then think about why you felt that way. And you'll be remembering certain statements, certain actions that sent that indirect message to you that you're a screw up. And take that to heart and think about, wow, you know what? I think I'm doing that with my child. Recognize it, understand it, and then let's move forward not to do it again. And you need help, that's what I'm here for. Okay? So have a wonderful day. Speak positive. Make sure you're setting your child up for success, not for disaster. And you're helping them to believe, you know what? You really are a great kid. You are not the bad kid. You are not the screw up. And you'll start seeing change even in school environments that you're not involved in, because they'll start believing in themselves again. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. If you're on the replay, comment, tag me. And in the meantime, to all of you, I wish you days filled with peace, love, tons of laughter. Really is the best medicine. A few changes for this month. This Thursday is another group Q&A. And then the week after is going to be our masterclass because of the holidays. And in January, we're going to start doing my live broadcast at 10:30 in the morning instead of 10. That's Eastern time. All right, you guys have a great week. Reach out, questions. I'll see you on Thursday on Zoom. Look in our messenger group. You'll get the link. Have fun, everyone. Bye-bye.